Hello, this is Homer the Homesteader. This is an interview for Jacob Lenhoff's Tour America. I grew up on a farm in Michigan. Actually, two different farms. We moved from a 5-acre farm when I was in 4th grade, starting the 5th grade. Third grade, moving to 4th grade. We moved from a 5-acre farm to a 28-acre farm. That was quite an experience. We had bought a farmhouse that was built in the 1800s and had been added to and changed since then. And we completely gutted it, remodeled it, jacked the whole house up so that it was sitting level. Cut off in one area of the house. We cut off the whole roof, jacked it up farther because it had some ceilings that went from 4.5 feet up to 7 feet in the middle. We jacked it up so the whole thing was a 7.5 foot ceiling. It was quite an endeavor and quite an experience, let me tell you. The best thing that's happened to me this year, I'm trialing do I want to live on cruise ships full time or not? And so the best thing that's happened to me is I've got a experience in riding on cruise ships for a few days, a few weeks, a few months, and my current trek will take me 6 months. And so just experiencing different places, different lengths of stays on cruise ships has been the best thing that's happened to me this year. The country that I want to visit the most, this is a sentimental one. I want to go back to Israel. I have a daughter that lives there and visit her. So I guess if you take my daughter out of it, I'm interested to visit the Philippines. And that is because I guess there are like 7,000 islands in one country. And I just can't imagine the transportation system to get around like that, what it would be like. And I know there are some pretty big cities like Manila there, so I want to experience kind of that tropical feeling as well as getting around 7,000 islands. My favorite movie is, believe it or not, I say Die Hard. And that's, I don't know, for some reason as a young adult, that movie really struck with me, and it was kind of a Christmas movie, but not a Christmas movie. Other than that, I would have to say there are a lot of animated specials that I like watching. I liked watching them with my children when they were younger. And so, I don't know, Toy Story was a good one. Those feel good. Oh, and Christmas movies too. I have a plethora of them. The thing I like about Christmas movies is the spirit of kindness and joy and happiness, and everybody's singing Christmas songs, which I really like. I'm a pretty good swimmer. When I was a scouter and helping out with the Boy Scouts of America, I earned a couple mile swim badges. I was a lifeguard for the Boy Scouts of America. I also was a lifeguard for the city of Austin, and not as a young fella in my 40s. I don't know, this is my best swimming story, but it's one of my favorites. We were doing training. So I was in my 40s. I was a lifeguard, late 40s, almost 50. And a lot of the kids that do lifeguarding are in their teens, 15, 16, 17. And I used to laugh, get a kick out of it when we would be swimming 800 meters or whatever on our in-service training days. And the kids would be, oh, it's so tough. I would be like thinking in my mind, I didn't tell them, but I'm old enough to be your grandfather, and I'm not having any problem swimming this. Get with it, kids. So that always stuck in my mind. One of the questions I was supposed to answer is, have I ever taken a martial arts class? And the answer is no, so that's a very easy one. And finally, how much exercise do I do per day? And what's my favorite exercise? Well, if you follow me on Facebook, you'll know that I exercise about 6 days out of 7. In general, I make a concentrated effort to exercise at least an hour a day. In those 6 days, I do a stretch class and then sometimes an abdominals or total body fitness class. And when there's no classes offered that are included with the cruises, I go out and do my own in live videos on Facebook. So I exercise quite a bit. I also almost always take the stairs. This particular cruise, I paid for the all-you-can-exercise package. And so I've been exercising from 7 in the morning until 9:15. My thighs are just almost bound up from cycling classes, total body conditioning, squats. And so I have to admit that on this cruise, there have been a few times I've taken the elevator more than normal. And I'll say more than normal because I usually take it, the elevator, when I have my cowboy boots on, I found that they start to hurt my knees walking up and down the stairs. So by the end of the night, I start to take the elevators. And my favorite exercise, I don't know. I kind of like, I think it's called the bridge. This way. And that's, I don't know, it works on my hind end. I'm getting more exercise, and it's one I use in my World's Sexiest Man competition. So that's one of my favorite exercises. I also like the side plank, and I don't know why. I do have a problem. My bones in the side of my foot don't do, so I kind of modify how I do it and put my other foot underneath so that those bones don't press into the floor. So those are all the questions. Again, this is an interview for Jacob Lenhoff's Tour America, and I'm Homer the Homesteader. Just thought you'd like an update on my antics and adventures.